Hi, my name is Sarah and today I'll be making apple crisp for you. What you want to first start off with is 5 all-purpose apples. Today I'm going to be using Cortland. You can really use anything. If you like the crispier ones, you can try Granny Smith. Softer ones like Macintosh. Really depends on what you like. So again, today I'm going to be using Cortland. 5 cups translates to approximately 5 apples, give or take. Today also I will be using an apple slicer quarter peeler, and it does all that it says. It's very, very simple. So all you do is just put the apple on like that and you turn, and as you can see it's peeling and now it's coring and slicing at the same time. You can get these at any like food specialty shops. I got mine at Williams-Sonoma. I've seen them at Bed Bath & Beyond and Linens and things. It really literally makes your life very easy. So now this is all sliced and cored, and what I'm going to do is just cut the apple up, and so now I have a whole apple sliced, cored, and peeled. Your life is much easier using one of these. If you choose to, or if you don't have one, or if you choose to do it the old-fashioned way, slice it, core it, peel it. I do recommend thinner slices if you can. So I'm going to continue doing another 4, give or take, apples so I can have my 5 cups. So now that our apples are peeled, cored, and sliced, I would recommend preheating your oven to about 350. And now we will make the filling of the apple crisp. So to your apples, you want to add 2 teaspoons of flour, half a cup of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/4 cup of water. What this does is it kind of liquefies everything and allows you to coat your apples. Whoops, losing some apples here. And you just mix your apples thoroughly. I've actually done it in the past where I have mixed my sugar and cinnamon and nutmeg and flour all together just to make it easier for mixing purposes. And you'll see that it's kind of watery. The more you mix it, the less watery it gets, and that's also kind of the juice tastes pretty good. So you want to keep that in. Okay, so that's pretty well mixed. The next step is to make your topping. This recipe does call for a food processor, but certainly you can just mix it in a bowl if you'd like. The ingredients are 1/2 cup of oats. These are the fast cooking ones, so I'll just put that in there. 1/2 cup of flour, that goes in there. 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar, very packed. And then 1/8 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/8 teaspoon of baking soda. That goes right in there. Put the top on. Okay. And then we just mix it on up. Not too long, just a few seconds. All right, perfect. Take off your top. Now the next part is to pulse in your butter. You're going to use 1/3 cup of butter softened, cut into pads, okay, which I've already done. Just kind of toss it in there separately into separate areas. All right, and I've actually accidentally done this one time, not cutting it into pads, and for whatever reason it works better doing it this way. All right, and then you want to pulse that, okay? And as you can see, as it pulses in, you'll see that the mixture gets darker as the butter kind of mixes into the rest of your ingredients. And it's getting darker now. So that's pretty good. You'll know when it looks like crumbs, then you're done, okay? Let's turn that off. And now we're ready to actually put the ingredients into a greased pan and put it in the oven. Okay, so now we're ready just to add the filling, then the topping, put it in the oven for about 40 minutes or so, and then we can enjoy it. So literally, you just dump your apples in, and you'll see that juice left over at the end, and that makes a nice sauce. Okay. And I just kind of sprinkle the majority of it over, and then scoop the rest in by hand. That way I can fill in the nooks and crannies with the crisp. Try not to squeeze the topping because there's little things of butter in there. You don't want to squish it down, so just make it nice and fluffy. And now we're ready to go into the oven. Again, 350, and it's already been preheated, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Again, we've been cooking the apple crisp for about 40 minutes at 350, and I think we're pretty much done. I've noticed some bubbling and some browning, and that warm apple crisp smell is ready, so oh yeah, definitely ready. Okay, so very, very hot, smells super good, and as you can see, it's bubbling and piping hot. I would recommend waiting about 10 to 15 minutes so you don't burn the roof of your mouth, and I would definitely recommend some French vanilla ice cream with this. Enjoy!